To Sunday Night Live. Questions and answers. Talk about whatever you want to. Chime in on the chat. Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome to Successful Journey Network. It's Sunday Night Live. We're just here hanging out, chit-chatting a little bit. Leave a comment where you're from in the comment box. How's everyone doing tonight? So we're here to talk about anything you want to talk about. Leave your comments in the comment box. I've developed this YouTube channel and my Facebook, Successful Journey Network, for a tribe of people who are working on changing their consciousness level. People who are striving to become an awakened, conscious being, conscious, being aware of what's happening around us, what's going on in the world, in your life. That's what this channel's about. Becoming successful in who you are. I'm kind of hesitating here. I'm stretching, trying to see how many people are going to log on here. We can put the chat overlay so that you can see it. So as we raise our vibration and tune into that frequency of the power of the universe, that power of God, when we become one with the power of God, then all things are possible for us. Thank you for joining me. Tell me where you're from. Leave a comment in the comment box. Share, like, subscribe. There's a lot going on my YouTube channel. Okay, I see everybody wants to be shy. Shy, shy. We're talking about becoming a super conscious, awakened being. And part of becoming conscious is the whole fact of becoming aware of what's happening in the spirit, in your spirit, what's happening with you. I can tell you a story when my dad was teaching myself and my brother how to drive many, many years ago. And we would be on an old dirt road, um, and we would be sitting in his lap, and he would have us driving, but he would say, okay, I need some music. So we would have to turn on the music, but we'd also have to be conscious of everything that's going on, because he would want us to keep the car going straight down our lane, no weaving around. And then he would say, okay, the music's too loud, turn it down. So then he would say, oh, it's too hot in here, turn on the air. And then he would say, what's your speed? What's your speed? And then you'd have to look down to see how fast you're going. We would have to be conscious of everything that was happening in the car and outside of the car. Look in your rearview mirror, who's behind you, who's beside you, what's that up there ahead? And we would have to sound off. Every question that he had, we'd have to say what we saw, what we were doing. I'm turning up the radio. I'm turning on the air conditioning. I'm driving 40 miles an hour. And he was teaching us to keep the car in our lane, being able to multitask. And we could look in the rearview mirror and we could see our tracks in the old dirt road, if we had been weaving or not. And we kind of, my brother and I, we would, it was a game, it was a competition to see who could drive the straightest and do all of the multitasking that our dad was asking us to do. And then he would say, it's too cold in here, turn off the air, roll down the windows. And it was back when we had the old crank windows. So you were holding onto the steering wheel, cranking down the window and driving straight. So we were conscious of what was happening around us at all times. And that's what we're doing here. We're practicing becoming conscious of what's happening in the spirit realm, in what's happening in the world, in our culture. And sometimes we have to shift our old belief systems because they keep us from becoming truly aware of what's happening. And so we do that by renewing our mind with new thoughts, uh, you know, uh, learning new aspects, educating ourselves, meditating. One of the biggest things that I have found is sitting silently in my room, in my meditation corner, where I sit and just be still. And when you are still, you can sense the power of God. You can sense this vast universe. And when you're doing affirmations and you're affirming who you are and what you are, you know, you are mighty, you are great, you are healthy, you are prosperous. And sometimes we have to reaffirm that and reassure ourselves of those things, because when we allow social media and what's on TV and our coworkers and our friends and families, and sometimes even our religious organizations, our churches, they can keep us in a rut. They can keep us in a dark spot. And we have to know who we are. And the more that you meditate and allow those thoughts to go through your mind, and you quieten your mind, and soon after you've done it for a few times, you can sit there and not think about anything and just feel the energy moving in your body. I don't know what the magic is in meditation, but there's something to meditation. There's something to affirmations. I have affirmations stuck on my bathroom mirror. Actually, we write affirmations with a marker on our mirror to remind us. We have a gratitude list. Every morning when my feet hit the floor, I have a gratitude list, and I'm grateful for everything that's going on in my life. I'm grateful for the day. I'm already setting the tune. I'm already raising my energy level when I wake up first thing in the morning. I'm already determining what kind of day I'm going to have, because I'm already speaking into existence. You know, you can have whatsoever you believe you can have. You can do whatsoever you say you can do. When you tap into that power, when you know what that power is, when you raise your vibration and tune into the frequency, it's like tuning into the radio. And when you tune into your radio, you can listen to your favorite music. And it's the same way when you tune into the spirit of the universe, this power of God. When you tune in, then there you're unstoppable. You can create your day. You can manifest your dreams. And it's all by thinking, because you are what you think. If you think you can't, you can't. If you think you won't, you won't. But if you think you can, you will. It's all in what you believe. Are you believing what you can do, or are you believing what somebody told you you can do? What is your belief system? I've had to reconstruct some of my old belief system, had to get rid of some of those old belief systems that no longer suit me. And a lot of our belief system, it comes from our childhood. It comes from our religious upbringing. It comes from our culture. It comes from friends and family. And it's not always our belief system. When you start discovering who you are and who you are in this vast universe, you are a child of the Most High. You are one with this power. You know, you are a part of the I am. You're part of that great I am. Moses went up to the mountain when he was going to deliver the children of Israel out of Egypt. And he came face to face with this burning bush that wasn't consumed. And I think at that point is when he came face to face with God, and he realized God has no face. But God is the very essence, the very energy, the very power that keeps this universe in order. God is, because God is. And when God told Moses to go, well, when Moses asked, "Who do I say sent me?" And God replied and said, "I am that I am." And I believe that's when Moses was empowered, and he then became this awakened superconscious being, because he had tapped in to the true mind of God and to the true power of God. When he tapped into that power, he knew that that same power was the power that dwelled in him. Jesus even told us that the same power that raised him from the dead is the same power that dwells in us. It's the same power that raised Lazarus from the dead. If we want to get into the scriptures, we can talk just a little bit about that tonight. You are that power of God. You are that face of God. And you can demonstrate that power right here, right now, in this moment. You can call those things that are not as if they were. You can say into your mountains, "Be thou removed." You know, I grew up with an old Pentecostal preacher, and some of you may have heard of him, Brother Osteen. Actually, it's Joel Osteen's dad, and he used to hold up his Bible every Sunday morning, and he would say, "I am what it says I am. I can do what it says I can do. I can be what it says I can be." And that is so true when you understand God. When you take God out of your pre-constructed box that was handed to you at an early age, God is more than what's in your box. God is almighty, all present. God is. You can think of all the Hebrew names that they used to refer to God as, and God is all of that and more. And you are more. You're more than enough, because when you begin to take on the mind of this power, this mind of God, and begin to think with this universal mind, wow, it takes the limits off of life. It takes the limits off of life. How wonderful it is to be able to use this technology to speak to you tonight and hang out. It looks like you're a little shy. Nobody has chimed in to tell me where they're watching from. But, you know, I know that there's people from England who has been watching. I know that there's people from Australia, Germany, and India. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing and liking the YouTube channel. So you go and be that powerful, dynamic, intuitive you that you were meant to be, because you have been empowered. You've been empowered. And when you wake up and begin to realize who you are in this universe, you are mighty, 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 mighty. Thank you for listening to me tonight. I keep looking over at the chat window to see if anybody's chimed in. It's Sunday Night Live. I am going to try to do this every Sunday night where we can get on and chat with each other and answer questions and comments and share our experiences with this awakening process, share our experiences with this new life that we have, share our manifesting experiences, what we've called into existence, because you have that power to create your own reality. We'll sit here for just a few more minutes. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being a part of the live broadcast, coast to coast and around the world. It's good to have you a part of the Successful Journey Network tribe. And that's what the YouTube is all about. Everything, and even that's what the website is about. The website, you can see it. It's on the screen there. You can. I'm developing lessons. There's some free resources there you can download. There's a weekly newsletter that goes out, and it's just a short note to encourage you, to empower you. So be sure to subscribe to the newsletter and download the 10 Steps to Success. And that goes along, it correlates with the lesson that is also on the webpage. It's actually 10 lessons. They're video lessons with an outline. It would be a great basics to get started with. It's actually Success 101, how to be successful, how to change your thinking, and how to be successful in business and relationships, with money, whatever it is you're looking to be successful in. You can start with that lesson, and it will put you on the path to success. So be sure to visit the website and sign up. It's all free. There's no charge. I have on there that for the first 1,000 people, but it's going to be for as many people who sign up. It's a resource for you to become empowered, to become better than you were yesterday. It's there to help you along your journey. Well, we've been on now for about 18 minutes. I know our attention span is a little less than that, but thank you for hanging in there with me. And, and remember that this channel is designed to help people who are working to expand their consciousness. And you will become the true you, the dynamic, confident, intuitive, and powerful you. Remember, you're more than enough, and go have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next Sunday live.